Welcome to r/petty revenge. Story 1. You want spicy? You got it. My son, 27 years old, recently moved home to save up for a house. To say he has been an entitled jerk is mild. He expects his laundry to be done, doesn't want me to shower when he is home, so he doesn't have to wait to use the bathroom. The list goes on. He never behaved this way when he was younger. He is not paying us anything to live here, but expects good meals on the nights he is home. No pot roast or leftovers for him. Nope, he expects restaurant-quality food for free. His list of new food dislikes is longer than a school bus. Night before last, I had a migraine headache and asked my husband to grab takeout on the way home. Sonny Boy's sorry ass screamed at me for being too lazy and selfish to cook working men real food, and that I should get off my ass and make my chili con carne, but make it hot for once. He was tired of eating bland crap. I was pissed. How dare he? I was about ready to go nuclear when my migraine-addled brain had a better idea. I put on a pot of chili the next day and headed to my favorite Mexican grocery store for a surprise. I spoke to the manager, and he actually directed me across town to an Asian market that had just the thing I needed. I got home, and when it was time to eat, I dished up a heaping bowl of chili for Sonny Boy, along with a generous dose of chili oil. This stuff was so hot, it made my eyes burn, just stirring it in. He sucked down 3 spoonfuls before it hit him. He turned red, he spit, he coughed, he downed his soda, then another. Tears running down his face, he asked his dad, "How can you eat that stuff?" His dad calmly replied, "Because I have the good sense not to make your mom mad about her cooking." Sonny downed about a half-gallon of milk before he started packing his room up. He says he cannot deal with my crap anymore, and he would rather move into a motel or move in with his brother than risk being poisoned by my cooking. Story 2. My ex cheated on me with one of our friends. I shared her Reddit account where she complains about his family with his sisters. Now they message me whenever she posts something crazy. My ex and I broke up a few years ago. He was a terrible boyfriend for so many reasons that I won't bother going into. One of the reasons, though, was that he was a serial cheater. I was young, super sheltered, and as a result, very naive, so I stayed way longer than I should have. I had a niche hobby that his girl best friend was also very into. I came across a post on that subreddit in which the story and setting sounded eerily similar to my life. I looked at the OP's profile, and sure enough, it was his best friend. Let's call her Mary. One of her posts caught me off guard, though. She had posted in a relationship subreddit shortly before the one I found, saying that she was in love with her best friend, that he and she were going on dates like movies when he said he was at school studying behind my back, and she made up all sorts of things to try to justify it. For instance, she said that I was a lesbian and had threatened to leave him for someone at work, ? She also laid out her plans for one day moving into our apartment, the one that I was paying the rent on, not him. I confronted her about it. It was explosive. She confirmed it was her, but felt righteously justified because they are so in love, and he and I broke up shortly after. It has been about 4 years since then, and I have moved to another state, finished my master's degree, have a great job, and a wonderful boyfriend. The real revenge. But every now and then I would check her Reddit name because the things she posted were so unhinged it was entertaining. I don't know how she seems to have forgotten that I knew of her account. Please note that she is a privileged white girl who grew up in Los Angeles to parents who are both professors. When I knew her, she had recently switched her major to art and spent all day cross-faded, drawing nudes of herself. When you think, privileged Los Angeles white girl who thinks Starbucks being closed is a struggle, she is who comes to mind. But in one post, she said she was a single father who just bought his first home after years of struggling to keep a job, and in another she claims to be a black Muslim woman who is being judged for her religion by her boyfriend's family. In this post, she claimed that her boyfriend's family called her ugly and kicked her out of the house for being an ugly Muslim woman. His sisters really liked me, and I think they were glad for my sake when we broke up. So they have kept in touch, even though I did not really make an effort because I thought that would be weird. A few months ago, one of his sisters reached out and mentioned they were all going to meet Mary for the first time in person. They also live out of state. She happened to reach me when I was drunk, and I said, "What? I thought you had already met, given that you kicked her out and called her ugly." His sister was in total shock and did not believe me at first. Apparently, they had never even met in person. They certainly hadn't called her ugly. I sent her screenshots of the posts and other posts which clearly show her pets and the area she lives in to prove it was really her, and his sister was blown away. Now, I no longer have to check her account for entertainment. Whenever she posts something delusional, his sisters laugh about it together and message me. Did you know Mary saved a child from drowning? Guess what? Mary suddenly has 4 kids now, and we are all real jerks to them. I never noticed that Mary is Asian. How did we not notice? Etc. Mary is extremely insecure, and I know it will be absolutely crushing to her when they ultimately let it slip that they know she has been bashing their family behind their back for 4 years now. She desperately wants approval and acceptance, and I doubt she will ever get it from them. I think it is hilarious because I feel like I barely did anything. I did not say anything for almost 4 years, and really it was a drunken mishap. Postscript: Mary posted almost 4 years ago that her boyfriend had started saving for a ring. Yes, right after we broke up. I wonder what is taking so long. Story 3. Brother-in-law ruins his son's Nintendo Switch. So, my brother and I went together and bought a Switch for my 2 young nephews last year for Christmas, along with several accessories. And to say they love it is an understatement. They adore this thing and love talking to their uncles about all of the games they have been playing. It actually makes me happy to see, as it reminds me of my brother and I when we were younger. We bonded a lot playing games growing up. So I guess one day they were outside bored, and as kids do, had a not-so-great idea or intrusive thought and carved both of their names into the side of their father's truck using a rock. Now, this isn't a very nice truck and is really just used to get around the property, but he was very upset nonetheless. He is telling me about this happening just the other day, and I say to him, "You know, I made sure to put a screen protector on the Switch we gave them." He just stared at me. So if someone were to write on it, it would not hurt it. Skip to now, and the Nintendo Switch has in big bold letters "Dad" right across the screen. They were mortified. I am sure he will leave it on for a good couple of weeks before telling and removing it to make sure it does not happen again. Story 4. Girl in class has been straight up bullying me, and I finally got her back after she was showing more than we bargained for. But did I go too far? Okay, my college has a People of College Name Facebook account. Keep in mind. So I thought bullies ended before college, but this girl in one of my classes has treated me like dirt. She has loudly commented on my appearance and how I dress to other people in the class. Ooh, she can't fit into those is a small example. If I raise my hand, she rolls her eyes. I did nothing to her, but she randomly picked me as a target. So, after being in this class for almost 4 months dealing with this, I finally see my chance. She comes into class and sits down right in front of me, and boom, I see butt crack. Not just a little, she had a full-on plumber's crack. Now this may be very mean and stooping down to her level, but I grabbed my phone immediately and snapped a picture. Then, for my actual revenge, I submitted it to the Facebook group, and they posted it ! There has been 282 likes and over 15 comments, all making butt crack puns. Her face isn't visible, but obviously she knows it is her. But I do not feel as bad because other people will not immediately know. I waited about 10 days and several classes to submit to Facebook so she would not suspect me. Last class, she walked right up to me and goes, "Did you take a picture of my ass? Because someone did in this class." And I said, "No, what are you talking about?" I feel sad. Did I go too far? I feel bad. I am too nice for this. There is like 85 people in our class, so she will not know it is me, but we do usually sit in the same area during class. Did not expect my story to get this much attention. At first I came for opinions to see if I was too mean for this. But now I am here for the puns. Keep them coming. Laugh out loud. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.